This is QTV News and I am Jena Bosonko. Our top stories. In today's news, we hear two significant announcements from the President's nationwide tour. Firstly, we hear about the important changes to the payment arrangements between the government and groundnut farmers. Secondly, we hear about a rice project which, if all goes to plan, offers the promise of an end to the importation of rice. At the TRRC sittings in Sibanor enter their third day, we hear more tales of witch hunting and from people affected by the antics of the witch doctors. The National Youth Council and the National Assembly recently organized the Children's National Assembly's second sitting. We hear what transpired. Those are our top stories, and now the news in detail. Stay with us. The government will not purchase groundnut on credit this year. President Adama Barrow promises farmers as he continues his nationwide tour. QTV's Aliou Cisse is with the president and he now reports.
This announcement has now allayed farmers' fears of selling their produce on credit. In the past, farmers have experienced and complained about late payment by government for their groundnuts. As a result of this, many farmers had to sell their nuts to private buyers while others crossed the border to sell their groundnuts. Speaking at several meetings in the Central River Region South on Tuesday, the Gambian leader told huge crowds at Mahmoud Fana, Boiram and Bansang that the groundnut price to be announced soon will be a good one. President Barrow said the move taken by the government is in recognition of the farmers' hard work. Still on the sector, he said there will be a timely supply of fertilizer for the next farming season. According to him, agriculture is one of the backbones of the economy and is therefore at the top of his agenda. He urged farmers to embrace agriculture, giving its importance. While thanking the people for voluntarily coming out in numbers to attend the meetings, he promises them developments they have not received from the past two governments. He said this in response to concerns raised by people at all the meetings, including the lack of decent electricity, poor roads, in addition to a lack of affordable and accessible quality health service delivery. The region is a rice production hub, and the people pleaded for more investment in the agriculture sector. They also pleaded for access roads to the rice fields. As in all the meetings since the start of the tour, people expressed delight in having the president in their areas while promising him their support. According to them, they don't believe in opposing a sitting president, but to rally behind him or her. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
President Barrow on Tuesday visited a demonstration area of the China Aid project of agricultural assistance in Sapo in the Central River region. As Aliou Cisse reports, the president also visited a seed store and the Bansang Hospital, all in the region.
Helping the Gambia to localize agricultural talents, crop varieties and practical agricultural technologies is the focus of this project, which was launched in April this year. The project will train a number of outstanding agricultural technical personnel and farmers for the Gambia. Ma Jian-chun, Chinese ambassador to the Gambia, explains that the project is under the cooperation agreement signed between the Gambia and his country in 2018.
We implemented this project according to President, Your Excellency, yes, and our President's consensus, yes, on this agricultural cooperation. Yes. So we dispatched these agriculture expert teams here, yes, and also we shipped the machines as well here.
I told him in the 70s we have a Chinese team, yeah, so I want him to bring in a Chinese team again. Yes, yeah. So then that project that we started in the 70s will, yes, continue again. Yeah. So there's a team now.
Yes, President, you have a very good proposal. So we also have this idea. So we think, the agriculture is a big potential industry for the Gambia.
China agricultural experts guided Maro farms 4 months ago. The combined harvester seen at the site is advanced agricultural equipment in China, which can easily harvest even fallen rice. Musa Dabo, Chief Executive Officer of Maro Farms, assured the visiting president that with the right land and equipment, importation of rice will be a thing of the past within 5 years.
But I can guarantee you, if we have proper land, development, and the right equipment, this importation of rice is going to be history. But I'm sure if we get those right, in 4 or 5 years, we're not going to import rice anymore.
4 or 5 years.
Yes, we're not going to import rice anymore.
These sample bags of rice are produced and packaged by the Mariatou farm for the market. Central River region is famous for rice production. Mariatou Farms owns about 50 hectares of this vast rice field, but more is needed for a large-scale production. From Sapo, the president visited a rice seed store in Madina Umfali, where quality seeds are produced for farmers. Moro Laminba, head of the Seed Quality Control and Certification Unit at the Ministry of Agriculture, said there is a high demand for quality seeds, resulting in the FAO spending $30 million to purchase seeds for farmers.
It should be a thing of the past for us to, be importing seeds outside the country. We can do it locally here. I think it is the only option, and it is the best option as far as seed production is concerned.
The president, who is touring the country, visited a mixed farming center at Mahmoud Fana as well. In a different engagement on Tuesday, President Barrow also visited the Bansan Hospital, where a donation of medicine and instrument worth $1 million by the Chinese medical team in the Gambia took place. The donation is expected to improve the health service delivery at the hospital. Reporting for QTV News from Bansang, I am Aliou Cisse.
On the third day of the TRRC hearings from Fonyi Sibanor, 3 witnesses from Sintet village narrate their ordeal and that of family members during the 2009 witch hunt. Babukar C has the rest of that story.
Fatou Dabo, also known as Nabi Tamba, a native of Fonyi Sintet, was the first witness on Wednesday. Madam Dabo recalled going to Kalaji to pay condolence to the family of her husband when she was informed that the witch doctors were in Sintet to arrest people. As she returned home, she was stopped by a Fulaman, arrested by a soldier who escorted her, eventually to Kanilai. She said when they arrived at Kanilai, they had to hand over their mobile phones and money, and food was distributed before being forced to drink the liquid concoction. Madam Dabo said she was shocked when a young boy asked her to undress naked.
I thought to myself, somebody whom you know, my son is even older than him. How can that person make me naked and birth me? I took off everything just like I was born.
Fatou Dabo said she was both forced to drink the concoction and kept there for 3 days. Later, she had to accept the false claim that she ate 2 people just to get her release. Alaji Masane Kamara was the second witness to appear before the commission. Mr. Kamara recalled the incident at the Sintet hospital when villagers gathered and the witch doctors lit fire and asked everyone to inhale the smoke. According to Masane, Yaya Jammeh was talking to Solo Bojang via the telephone, giving orders. He said he overheard Yaya Jammeh on the telephone saying the biggest witches and wizards in Fonyi Sintet are from Bajikunda and Tambakunda. Days after that, the men came back to the village to arrest people and came into his house but told him that he and his family are clean after going round his compound. He said when they left and entered his brother's compound, he followed them out of curiosity. There, he said his brother's son was nursing a wounded leg, and when the witch doctors saw him, they asked him to come to Kanilai as he was bitten by the witches and needed treatment. When they arrived the following morning, Alaji Masane said he could not bear it and shed tears after seeing the condition of his people.
How I found the condition I found certain people in, it was very bad.
Kamara said he spoke to Yaya Jammeh via Solo Bojang's telephone and told Jammeh to release his people, but the former president told him that he was not the one who arrested them. He said dozens of people are still sick up till now as a result of the concoction they drank 10 years ago, while more than 10 have died. Buba Jaju was the final witness on Wednesday. Jaju told the commission that he lost his mother just 2 weeks after drinking the concoction in Kanilai. According to him, he was not home when his mom was arrested, but the children saw his brother, who had just entered the military and was among those that came to effect the arrest. Jaju said he phoned his brother, who told him that he couldn't do much as a recruit at the time working under instruction. When her mom was released, Buba said her mom was weak and could not even eat. The following day, they rushed her to the hospital in Buyam.
Around 11 to 12 mafanga abanda Watu futatama.
We were there after her discharge from the hospital. It was up to the third day. That was the day that she passed away.
Buba Jaju said his mother was a strong woman who went to the rice field gardens and was able to do anything on her own, but was unable to walk, eat, or even drink water after returning from Kanilai. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
The National Youth Council and the National Assembly of the Gambia, in collaboration with UNICEF Gambia, recently organized the Children's National Assembly's second sitting. The sitting serves as a unique platform for young children to directly debate issues affecting them and lay out recommendations. Mariatou Sarr was there and she files in this report.
The 105 members of the Children's National Assembly, who hailed from all regions in the Gambia, came together to discuss issues affecting children. Ibrahim Akoli, the Children's National Assembly member for Kanifing Municipality, moved the motion by giving the rundown of activities that the Children's National Assembly has engaged in since its inception.
Honorable Speaker, during the course of the year, the Children's National Assembly of the Gambia was engaged in the following programs and activities. Honorable members were trained on child rights, leadership skills, advocacy skills, transitional justice, peace building, harmful traditional practices, and assembly procedures. Engagement of local authorities, chiefs, VDCs, parents, and regional youth committee to consider children in decision-making at local level. Media engagement, use of radio and technology, report, to raise awareness on harmful traditional practices, child rights, SDGs, and climate change.
The Speaker of the House, Mariatou Sarr, opened proceedings for members to give their concerns and recommendations on behalf of all Gambian children. Honorable Aissatou Adama Job of West Coast Region set down a motion on health issues and the poor medical systems affecting children.
Madam Speaker, I am urging the government to help us, because it is not really right that we go to the hospital and then medicines are not given to us. As what Dawood said, anytime you go to the hospital, the only medicine that they give is paracetamol. Do we tell them that the paracetamol is the only medicine that can cure all diseases in the Gambia? No.
Honorable Alhaji Cisse, who is representing the differently able, spoke about the discrimination against the differently able.
Most of the deaf people face a lot of discrimination within their schools. The teachers sometimes use oral speaking. They don't use sign language. The deaf people will not understand what is being taught or what is being said. The deaf people are suffering a lot. They don't understand what is being taught in schools. When it comes to the visually impaired people, they are not using braille, which is affecting their life.
Jaina Basane, the Deputy Speaker from Banjul, on behalf of the honorable members of the Children's National Assembly, read out the call to action.
Recognizing the fact that despite the progress made, there are still challenges the country is grappling with, which calls for a collective action by the government and other relevant stakeholders to address them. In view of these, and for the adequate protection and development of children in the Gambia, we request the government of the Gambia to commit to the following. 1. Respect, protect, and fulfill the rights of every child in the Gambia, irrespective of background, religion, ethnicity, disability, or any other consideration or status. 2. Make basic and secondary education, including madrasa education, totally free, compulsory, qualitative, accessible, and available to all children. Number 3, establish standard science and IT laboratories in all schools in the Gambia.
The call to action document, The Gambia We Want, was handed over to the government through the Director of Social Welfare. For QTV News, I am Mariatou Sarr.
We will go with a short commercial break, and when we return, we hear about the donation of dustbins from Banjul City Council to an organization in Kanifing, and we also hear a National Youth Assembly organized by the Red Cross. Do stay tuned and join us after the break.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. QCell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV News. The Lord Mayor of Banjul, Rohey Malik Lowe, recently donated dustbins to the Etabi Cluster Organization in Kanifing Estate G Block. The donation came as a result of a program initiated by the Senegalo-Gambia Network of Women Entrepreneurs and Leaders. Malik Nyang has the rest of that.
The donation of dustbins to the Etabi Cluster Organization in Kanifing Estate G Block is aimed at strengthening ties between Banjul City Council and Kanifing Municipal Council with a common goal of keeping the environment clean. The Deputy Mayor of Banjul, Omar Toure, gave the reason for the donation.
The Mayor was here last time with the Uninenla team and they were having discussion. And I mean, when you said this, when you look at this cluster, it's a very nice cluster, very neat cluster, but they requested beans from her because of they see that Banjul City Council under the leadership of the Mayor Rohey Malik Lowe is giving all the household beans. So when they request those beans from her, so that's why we are here today to give them these beans, the cluster.
The Deputy Mayor said all the municipalities are one. As the saying goes, one Gambia, one people, and BCC will always help wherever they can. He added that he appreciates the good work and unity within the Etabi cluster for maintaining a clean environment in their community. The president of Senegalo-Gambia Network of Women Entrepreneurs and Leaders, Aja Mariama Aduletsi, said, if every household cleans their domain, the country will eventually become clean. She advised her other women to emulate the Etabi cluster.
It is a good initiative, and I want to tell them that, I want to tell the whole nation that every woman should emulate them. Every section in Gambia, every municipality, every compound, every area where people live, they should be together, try to put their monies together, put their hearts together, put their ideas together and make something like this. Because healthiness is wealthiness. If you are healthy, you are wealthy.
The Etabi Cluster is an organization advocating togetherness, cleanliness, and a common goal. Its president, Amijay Jeng, said the importance of the beans.
Some of us have the beans, some of us don't have it. So it's going to be a very big achievement for us to have it. We used to put our dustbins in the sacks and all those things. Now we have these things. We are going to use it and as it is given to us.
Ms. J. Jeng acknowledged BCC for the gesture and said the dustbins will go a long way towards maintaining a clean environment and enhance good health. Other speakers included Mariatou Sarr, Councillor of KMC, Alaji Serigne Faye, amongst others. Malik Nyang for QTV News.
Inco Gambia, a renowned industrial power tools and hardware shop, recently opened a new showroom at Sukuta Jabang Junction. The event showcased a display of Inco product tools and accessories, hand tools, hardware and safety products.
Inco is a world-renowned brand providing industrial power tools and accessories designed to make life easier for artisans in various construction,
building and manufacturing fields. At the opening ceremony of the new showroom located at Sukuta Jabang Junction, the managing director of Inco Gambia, Dauda Wage, says the company is devoted in making professional tools affordable for constructors, thereby substantially contributing towards the development of the infrastructure of the economy. He further highlights the work Inco is doing towards youth empowerment, especially in entrepreneurship and skills development.
ci 1 year am na lu mot 100 ndaw yoo xamante ne ubbi nañ seen shop bopp.
In terms of development, within 1 year, Inco has empowered 100 Gambian youths who are now shop owners. We do this by providing them with the products. We teach them marketing skills as well as giving them the necessary publicity. We want young Gambian people to know that they have a collective responsibility for the development of the nation and Africa at large. There is no excuse to stay idle anymore because here at Inco, we have profitable jobs available for them.
The Chief Executive Director of Inco Gambia, Mariatou Sarr, says the event marks a milestone achievement for investment in the Gambia, as few years ago, under the authoritarian rule of Jammeh, many industries were unable to flourish. Today, this is a different story, he added.
It has been 1 year since we established and we have been working hard. We can only thank President Adama Barrow for this achievement. The change in government has enabled investors to invest without fear of oppression. Peace is the #1 priority for any business to prosper.
Suleiman Jeng, an employee, says the new location at Sukuta Jabang Junction is strategically chosen to get closer to clients who are affected by traffic congestion when going to their other branch. Inco aims to provide accessibility and affordable products and are now offering a 10% discount till end of December. Bintu Koka, QTV News.
The Gambia Red Cross Society recently organized a National Youth Assembly, the representatives of which will be part of the governing board responsible for overseeing affairs of the National Society for the next 3 years.
The event is organized every 3 years and brings together youth volunteer representatives from the 7 Red Cross branches across the country. The aim is to evaluate performance, successes, challenges, and come up with future plans to be implemented over the next 3 years. This will ensure a well-functioning National Youth Commission under the humanitarian institution whose strength mainly relies on youth volunteers. The outgoing National Youth Chairman Jogu Jeng thanked the volunteers for the trust and confidence they have in him in allowing him to lead them for the past 3 years. He went on to explain the need for youth volunteers to be regarded as beneficiaries and not only humanitarian service providers.
But the fact that we work with young people, especially in the area of disaster, emergencies, and so on, it's also very important. We also look inward and regard our volunteers as also beneficiaries, not only service providers. So the issue of recognition, promotion and protection of the young volunteers we work with, to me, I believe it's very important.
Ensa Musa Basane, the Italian Red Cross regional delegate for West Africa, says there is a need for national societies to build the capacities of youth volunteers and urge youth volunteers to participate in decision-making processes.
Those are resources. They are indispensable. They are at the first line and also at the background on every kind of activities that the Gambian Red Cross or the movement is doing. It's important to build the capacity to invest, to train also the youngs that will also, together with the other partners, will participate to grow up the national societies.
The Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, Alassane Senghor, said they have an obligation to advise and guide the youth volunteers to avoid mistakes of the past. He went on to shed light on the future transformation agenda of the Gambia Red Cross Society.
transformation of the Gambia Red Cross into a well-functioning national society requires everyone to come together, especially young people. And transformation is about vision, it's about commitment, it's about engagement, it's about working together, it's about inclusivity. We all have to work together in terms of transforming our own national society into the future. What it requires is attitudinal change, the way we do business, the quality of our services, and the accountability framework that we should implement to make sure that we deliver quality services and we are accountable to both the people who are giving us the resources, but also to the communities that we serve.
The Gambia Red Cross Society is part of a global humanitarian organization with a mission to improve the lives of vulnerable people using the power of humanity. For QTV News, Lamin Alait Fandin Dabo.
Before we end this news bulletin, let's recap our main headlines. In today's news, we had two significant announcements from the President's nationwide tour. Firstly, we heard about important changes to the payment arrangements between the government and groundnut farmers. Secondly, we heard about a rice project, which, if all goes to plan, offers the promise of an end to importation of rice. At the TRRC sittings in Sibanor enter their third day, we heard more tales of witch hunting and from people affected by the antics of the witch doctors. The National Youth Council and the National Assembly recently organized the Children's National Assembly's second sitting. We heard what transpired. That is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Do join us tomorrow, same time for more news. Thanks for watching.